So I one time puked on a kid's foot in line at the Panthers game.
Puked on a kid's foot?
Yeah, so we made Jello shots, but it was dudes weekend, and it was like early ball game, the Panthers. So it's like August, really really hot. Instead of making Jello shots in like plastic containers, we made a whole plate of it. And we found a recipe online. It was like from Pinterest where it's like Jaeger Jello shots. Fucking worst idea ever. I mean, worst idea.
If it's got Jaeger in it, I can.
It was Jaeger.
Yeah, go ahead
no,
and cut
I
it
love
out.
Jaeger, but this is still the worst idea ever. It was Jaeger and orange Sunkiss, and it started getting hot. But we're just scooping it up. Whatnot.
Oh God.
So the other thing that we have going into the Panthers game is we have the 2-beer rule. You have to drink 2 beers on the way into the stadium. So the rule is you have to drink 2 beers on the way into the stadium.
Like walking in or
walking in, you have to drink 2 beers. That's just the rule. It's always been that rule. And I had this Jello sitting on my stomach, and it was to the point where we were just slurping it up because it was already like not congealed anymore, and it was a bunch of dudes making it. So I'm sure it was way too strong in the first place. And then I started opening my beers, and when I opened my first beer up. So the first one just fizzes off the top, and I just blow off the foam, and I was like, okay, I can handle this. And I drink that first beer, and it's starting to sit real heavy in my stomach. Like, it's like probably
starting to bubble.
It's starting to like 85 degrees. So you got hot beer and Jaeger Jello shots just sitting on my stomach.
So none of this is even cold. All this is hot.
No, nothing is cold. Nothing is cold at all. Yeah. So the next beer, I'm like pounding it in the line. And then it hits me. Like, look, my nipples getting hard just thinking about this. That's how bad it was. It hit me. That second beer, it was coming over the top. It just looked like an explosion. And so I'm in line for security. And I was going, looking around, looking for a trash can and whatnot. And I spewed. And it just a little bit came out. And whenever I did, it was a kid probably 7 to 10 years old.
Oh God, he wasn't even an adult.
No,
that's
it wasn't.
awful.
Hold on, it gets better. So, I take this, I puke on this kid shoe, like just not a little bunch, but it was a little bit on his shoe, and I thought, oh God, I'm about to get my ass beat by his dad, and instead, his dad looks down at him. I swear to God, this is true too. He goes, "It's part of the game, son. It's part of the game." They threw me out of the line, like they weren't going to let me in the stadium, no nothing. And I'm like, literally, it's just because I had hot beer on my stomach. So, puked in the trash can, went to a different line, went straight in the ball game, had a great time. Panthers sure lost, but yes, that is my 2 football stories.
It's a part of the game.
It is a part of the game.
It's a part of the game.
So now I am determined that if something ever happens to my kids at a football game, it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game.